If you came to this video wanting to learn how to back a trailer, and mainly an RV type of trailer for this demonstration, you came to the right place, guys. We're gonna talk about some tips and tricks on how to maneuver the steering wheel and things like that to give you the best technique when it comes to backing your trailer. And we're gonna set up some cones and stuff like that. That way we can simulate a parking spot. That way you guys can visually see it on the camera here. But we're gonna dive in talking about some different maneuvers that you're gonna encounter if you go to normal campsites. Like these kind of videos, or you wanna learn some more stuff about how to back and set up your RV and different things like that, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. We're gonna be making a lot more videos just like this one that's gonna help you out. All right guys, let's dive into it. All right guys, so we're gonna learn the basics of being able to manipulate the steering wheel. That way you can have the best chance of making a really good back. So the key here is I like to start out with my hand on top of the steering wheel. So we'll also teach the alternate method to where you can place your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel and move left, right. But we're not gonna do that one yet. We're gonna do the one where you use the top of the steering wheel, and you're gonna wanna use your mirrors. I don't have that one flipped out, but you're gonna wanna use your mirrors to best help you do this. So we're gonna pull forward, and then I'll show you how to do the back using these techniques. All right, we pulled forward here. You can see the parking spot's way back there. I'm gonna put it in reverse, but essentially I'm gonna start with the hand on top of the steering wheel here, and I'm gonna watch the mirror. So let's kick the trailer to the side here so you guys can see it. See how the trailer's drifting towards the left? All I need to do with my hand, I'm watching it in the mirror, the trailer's going left. All I'm gonna do with my hand is go left. So I went left, I can still keep going left, and you can see the trailer is kicking back to the right. You can kind of see on this side it's kicking back. And then, I know we can't see the parking spot in the mirror yet, but we're gonna straighten it out now. Now you can see the cones again, and you know the trailer manipulated back to the right the correct way. So we still have our hand on top of the steering wheel. We see it's going back to the left again. We're going to crank it to the left with our hand. That's going to straighten our truck out. All right, and we're going to back straight now. Now we're straight. We're going to make sure the steering wheel's straight, and we're just going to go straight back. And if we're watching, we need to make small corrections. If we see the trailer's drifting to the left, boom, we just barely turn the wheel to the left. If we see it's drifting to the right, boom, we go to the right, and you can see it's correcting it out. And then once you're straight, you can just leave your hand on top of the steering wheel and go straight back. So that's the quick and easy way to do it. That's the way I like to do it, just hand on top of the steering wheel. I know a lot of people do the hand on the bottom of the steering wheel. So that is another way that you can do it. So essentially how that works is if you want your trailer to go left, boom, you just go left with your hand. You want your trailer to go right, you just go right. For me, when I'm visualizing something in the mirror and I see the trailer going one way, that's why I like the hand on top of the wheel, is because I can correct it towards that direction that I'm visually seeing in the mirror. But a lot of people like to manipulate their trailer based on what they want it to do. So that's also another thing you can do. We'll do that as well. And we'll just kind of go off to the side here. That way we're not perfectly backing up, and we'll have something to show you guys. But we're gonna start with our hand down here. So I need my trailer to go left. So we're gonna go left with our hand here. See that? And you can see it's going that way. So as we straighten out, I can go back to correct my truck to get back under the trailer here. And then when it gets straight, you can literally just make small adjustments to keep it in that box. So it looks like I need my trailer to go left again. I'm gonna go a little bit left, and then just make small adjustments. You can just see how I'm doing that. I like to rest my palm here, so it just makes it easy to kind of go back and forth. Boom, that's it. All right, now that we have both of the methods out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera on the outside, and I'll show you the different maneuvers that you can do to kind of practice and stuff, get yourself some cones or just find a parking spot somewhere. And literally, you're just using your mirrors. You're using the techniques we talked about, whether it's the one on top or the one at the bottom. If you have any questions or comments about that, place those in the comment box below. But don't get too bent out of shape if your method is this and you're criticizing me up here. I use both methods, but you know, it's personal preference. Whatever works better for you, try both of them and see whatever works best for you, or use both. Either way, it's just a method of doing it. So nothing to get too crazy about in the comment section. Let's do these maneuvers. We're going to start out. We've already done the straight line back, but we're going to show you the way you need to set up. All right, for this first maneuver, we have our parking space. We got two cones on the other side of the trailer. It's going to simulate our parking spot or our camp spot that we're going to be parking this thing in. And essentially we have a road coming from the left here, and we have an open spot in front of our truck. So we got plenty of room to make this maneuver. Essentially, this is going to be just pull from the left here. You're going to pull forward and just do a straight line back right into this parking spot. So it should be very, very easy to do. But the biggest thing and the biggest key here is the setup. You want to know where your parking spot is. Once the front of your vehicle passes that parking spot, that's when you want to start making your turn. That way you can set up for a straight line back into this parking spot. So this one's really easy. This is typically what you see at a campsite. And then we'll also do one where you pretty much have limited space, where we're gonna imagine this row right here is really close. We'll put a cone right here where we have to pretty much do like a 90-degree back into our camping spot. So that one is the one that's pretty difficult. But once again, it's gonna be based on the setup, and you will encounter some of these if you go out there and camp enough. You're gonna be seeing all kinds of different campsite setups. So let's dive into this. We'll show you the different maneuvers. All right guys, so we're gonna show you how to start your setup. Imagine we're coming from this direction and we're coming down this road. Boom, 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 boom. Getting ready to find your parking spot. And let's say we just spotted our campsite right here. Found our parking spot, campsite, whatever you want to call it. There it is, right in the middle here. So that's where our target's going to be. But you're going to want to start your setup. Let's say you're driving up through here with your truck. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, about right here, about right at your parking spot, maybe a little bit in the middle of it. That is when you're going to start swinging your truck and turning it to the left and then pull straight ahead. That's how you're going to set up. And you got plenty of room here to get your truck straight. That way you can back straight up into the parking spot. That is the goal here. And that's if you have plenty of room. There's a lot of campsites that you're going to find that are just like this, where you can have tons of room to pull in and make your turn and back straight up. But the setup is the most important part there. Where you make your turn here to get your truck set up to make that straight line back. That is the key here. That's what a lot of people don't do. They'll either cut it way too short and then they're off to the left here and they're not able to back straight up, or they overshoot it and they're way over to the right here and they're gonna have to make a lot of adjustments. But if you just go ahead and make your setup right the first time, boom, you got a straight line shot right into your parking spot. So don't forget those tips. That is one of the biggest things here that you need to learn, is how to do the setup. Okay, the second maneuver we're gonna do is the 90-degree. So I've been in a lot of camping locations to where you have limited space. Imagine we just came from over there we pulled through here. We got our camping spot in the same place it was before for the straight line. We're just setting up a different maneuver here. But imagine this whole line of campers keeps going down to like right here. So you only have a little road through, and then you have a whole line here, which limits you to be able to swing it around and back it in real nice. So what we're gonna do is just try to back this thing with the limited space we have in here. So you're pretty much gonna have to get it jackknifed, and you're gonna see that. You're gonna jackknife the trailer into this spot. I've had to do this several times, and I've seen a lot of people struggle with this. So we're gonna show you how to do that from the camera right here. One of the biggest keys on that maneuver is, once again, the setup. So we were pulling from down here, going around the bend there, and then backing up. So with this one, we had to jackknife it into there. And there's a couple ways you can do that. If you have enough room, like this big open space, you can kind of just make a real wide arc and then place it in to the box here. Or you can set up closer to this side and keep those wheels really close to the parking spot. And once you get there, just jackknife it to one side and crank it right in the spot there. So I kind of just went down the middle and kind of did a mix of both since we had the room, but there might be a chance that you're gonna have to learn this stuff in the future and have to jackknife it right in to the parking spot here. So you just never know. Hopefully these tips and tricks give you a little bit of insight on how to do that. But just get out there and practice, set up some stuff, find a parking spot and do that. All right guys, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, that kind of stuff, place those in the comment box below. And also check out my other videos on how to back and stuff. We had a nice paved course that I did some stuff on with this. It was very similar to what the CDL examiners use, but that's a little bit better video than this one. We just did this one in a dirt parking lot with some cones. But guys, hopefully this helped you a little bit, especially with the techniques on how to manipulate the steering wheel and get set up for them back and that kind of stuff. But yeah, get out there and try it. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys in future videos.